For me?
No, but they can go with you in the back of the car. My mom's coming.
Why is she here?
Hi, Mommy. This is my girlfriend, and she got you flowers.
Yes, I did. Hi. I've heard a lot about you, Samantha. Oh, my name's Chloe. Oh, my bad. That was the last one.
My mom is coming with us because I think it's important that she gets to know you.
Okay. What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm in college right now. College? Cute. What money? Who supports you?
She has a part-time job, Mom.
A little job doesn't even cover rent.
Yeah, Mom's right. It's not much.
Oh, honey, I saw your ex. Beautiful girl. Model now. We're meeting for coffee Saturday. She still calls me Mom.
She does, yeah.
And she's rich. Very rich. That's nice. Do your parents have money?
Mom, I have to use the bathroom. That okay?
Go ahead, baby. Have you thought about getting waves? My hair? He loves wavy hair. Oh, I have straight hair. Then get a perm or extension. I like my natural hair. Up to you. I just don't want him leaving you for someone better.
This was a funny skit I thought about including in today's video since we're going to be touching on the topic of dating a mama's boy. And I'm sure if you're a woman that is currently in her dating era, or if you're dating for marriage or even just for fun, I'm sure you must have come across a mama's boy. And if you didn't yet, then who knows, maybe that time will come and you better be well equipped to deal with such a thing, because trust me, there's nothing funny or fun about dating a real mama's boy when you come across one. So let's look at what that can look like in real life.
Get ready with me while I talk about how I dated the biggest mama's boy. I'm just gonna list some of the things that he did and I stayed. I also want to mention that this guy was super old, not like geriatric, but he was much older. He would sleep in his mom's bed from time to time. She would go to all of his doctor's appointments with him. She had access to his bank account, so anytime he made a purchase, she would get a notification on her phone, which made it super awkward because obviously he would buy me things and she would know immediately. He insisted that our first child should be named directly after her. He would only buy cars in her favorite color. Anytime me and him had an argument, he would instantly go to his mom and tell her about it.
I can actually water down every single fact she said with a couple of sips of water, and I can still tolerate all this. Yes, she's looking at his bank account, whatever. As long as she's not commenting, she's not intervening, she's not saying you shouldn't buy this or that, she can look. I don't mind. I mean, I know that this is a boundary that she should put and she should stop doing that. But whatever. She wants to go with him to his doctor's appointment. Maybe she's worried about his health. Who am I to judge another woman? Because even if this is someone's mom, she's still another woman. I don't know what she went through to have this type of personality. So I'm not going to be judging her too much. At the same time, if you're going to tell me that he goes and tells her about every single argument you two have, then that just goes to show how immature he is. Because any couple argues. Any and every couple does argue. And at the end of the day, couples do make up, right? He's gonna go out there, buy you a gift, say sorry, you're gonna cuddle in bed, you're gonna forget about it, you're gonna decide to forgive him. But the person that was told about this argument and about the hostility, how horrible it was, that person was not there to see you two make up. So they're just gonna keep this negative feeling and this negative opinion in mind and in heart. And as time passes, the more you tell them about your arguments, the more they're gonna think that the two of you are not compatible and that you should separate. And they may even start working towards separating you, especially if you're gonna tell me that's his mom. The third party he's telling his arguments to is his mom. That's clearly very immature. Even if it was just his friend, it's still wrong. Like I said, when you tell someone about your arguments with your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife, your husband, whoever it is, when you tell a third party, that third party only knows the negative aspects of your relationship now. They're not there to see how much you love each other, why you choose to stay with one another every single day you're making that decision. They're not there to see any of that. but they know about the arguments.
When I tell you guys about this situation, now this situation was what made me realize that I wasn't just dealing with a mama's boy. I was dealing with like mental illness. Before we talk about this, I gotta spray my face. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Setting Spray. I love this stuff. Basically, we were in his car and we were literally talking about coffee. And he was talking about how his mom's favorite coffee was Starbucks. And I was like, oh, cool. My favorite coffee is Tim Hortons. I'm fucking Canadian. Of course, my favorite coffee is Tim Hortons. And then he was like, yeah, I know, but now we have to just like Starbucks. This is my mom's favorite. And I was like, I like Tim Hortons. And he was like, no, but you don't understand. Like, my mom likes Starbucks. Then I kind of was just like, well, I don't care if your mom likes Starbucks. I like Tim Hortons. This man screamed, how dare you say that you don't care about my mother? Don't you ever talk like that about her again? All I said was, I don't agree with her coffee choices. I thought he was gonna leave me at the side of the road. At that moment, I knew that I was dealing with something like a lot deeper.
I mean, yes, this is a certified mama's boy because clearly you don't care if she prefers Starbucks. That is just not what you like. That's not your cup of tea. And when you said, I don't care about her favorite coffee place is not going to affect my favorite coffee place, he didn't get it. He's clinging onto the smallest details, the smallest excuse to accuse you of not caring about his mom. And now he's gonna say, you don't care about my mom altogether. And his mind, it's as if his mom was dying on the side of the road and you were just watching her, not helping in any capacity, because he truly believes that you don't care if she lives or dies. That's what he's thinking. That's why he's screaming. So this is clearly mental illness. This is a certified mama's boy. And I know it's not your fault. You didn't mean that. I understand what you meant. What you meant is that regardless of what your own mother's favorite place for coffee is, it's still not going to affect what your favorite place for coffee is, because you two are two separate people. The two of you are not bound or by the hip, and you are not attached to one another. You don't have to choose one place or the other. That's what you meant. And it would not have been an attack against your mom if you didn't have the same favorite place for coffee as he does. And in this scenario, it is not an attack against his mom either. But he doesn't get it. The fact that you used the word, I don't care what your mom's choice is, he didn't hear the rest of that sentence. He only heard that you don't care about his mom. And that's because he was waiting for confirmation that you're not the right girl for him, that you are the devil, that you I don't know. His brain must tell him, you hope that his mom dies. This is what his brain is saying, I'm sure, because to have such an extreme reaction over something so silly doesn't make sense.
I still stayed. But I was so young and I was so stupid, so I honestly give myself grace. It was only after I started seeing guys that had normal relationships with their mothers, I realized that was just not normal. Really, anyways, there's no beef. If you're a guy and you have that kind of relationship with your mom, go off, king. You guys were made for each other. If you're a girl and you're in that situation, babes, run.
That's it for today's video. Like I said, I have nothing against a man having a healthy relationship with his mother as long as it doesn't affect the other relationships in his life. Because if he's eventually going to start a family, he's eventually going to have a wife, children and all, then he should be giving them his best too. He should be the best father too, the best husband too. He shouldn't just be consumed by the idea of wanting to be the best son on earth, and that's about it. All these people should be in different categories anyway. It goes without saying that your mom and your wife or your future wife have completely different roles. But things do tend to get mixed up when you're dealing with a mama boy. So be careful, and I hope you enjoyed this type of content. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are a woman that is actively dating for marriage, I have created a community specifically for you to help you in your dating for marriage journey. So go ahead and check it out. You will find the link for it in the description box under this video, and I will see you there.